Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective oracle for today, June 9th, 2024. I'm going to be using the Timing Oracle and the Hidden Truth by All Things Intuitive. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you, dude. I got rid of my TV that was in here because nobody stays in this room anyway, so now I have an extra light and it just looks weird to me on the screen. Enough of that rant. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit, okay? If some of it fits, fabulous. If something doesn't fit, leave it on the table for someone else, alright? We're also using the Twisted Oracle. I don't know how I forgot that. The weekend's almost over. I enjoyed my 2 days off, though. I will tell you that. And I had a blast. A birthday blast. I always have a good time when I'm on my own. Although I really wasn't on my own, technically. I saw my friend Chris today. She bought me breakfast. Sweetheart that she is. One of the best friends I've ever had. You know what I think makes a good friend? Someone that's honest, trustworthy, loves you, and doesn't bullshit with you. Like, if they think you're acting like an asshole, they're going to tell you you're acting like an asshole. And I need to hear it. Okay, I've been lifting weights for weeks, and this jiggle is never going to go away. Never. Never. I should have worn my glasses for you guys. I don't know if I wore them on another video. They're like really bright pink, and I love them. The only thing is on the side they have like a really thick arm, and when I'm looking, like I can see it on the sides. It reminds me of like being in a tunnel with neon lights. Maybe it's just me then. Okay. This is different. Okay, hold on, let me put this down. Whoa. I thought it was one card that fell out. It was 3 cards. Plus the 2. I already know the title of this read. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm looking at this one card and I'm like, oh, I got my title. Kim, you're on fire today. I'm not on fire. And all I can think about is eating more donuts because I still have 8 donuts in that donut box. When they have me in front of my pick station tomorrow, I'm going to have to run in place like a maniac. Yeah, I'm crazy. Crazy man. Sounds like there's somebody out there. We have a few Jamaican people that work at our warehouse. Actually, one of them is my boss's boss. But it's funny because they always forget that I've been to Jamaica, and my boss came back from Jamaica like January, February? I can't remember. And I was like, oh, did you have Callaloo? I'm like, did you eat Saltfish Shanaki? Did you go to Scotchies? What do you do when you're there? And he's like, whoa, whoa. What? I'm like, I may be white, but I do enjoy food. So, of course, I remember Jamaican food. And with all the people in our party that went to Jamaica, I was the only one that was willing to try everything. Everybody else was like, unless it had rum in it, they didn't really care. I will say the rum punch is pretty damn spectacular. Denise did a fine job. The funny thing was, is the first time we went, like, there wasn't enough rum punch. And the second time we went, it was like there was too much rum punch. No happy medium. I feel like the camera's at a different angle too, but I didn't touch the stand other than I dusted it. Okay, let me pick this up before it annoys me. Oh, yay. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more shuffles, and then I'm gonna start reading these cards. What? What? Come on, where does this come from? I mean, that makes sense. That does not make sense. Ugh, alright. Karma. Two-faced. Spiritual warfare. Health. Options. Under pressure. Left you hanging. True colors. Debt. I didn't know which one to go with because they were all pretty. Pop the question. I don't really. This is the bottom of the deck. I mean, I get it. I have 2 theories, but whatever. So, a two-faced hater is going through karma right now. Okay? I think I forgot to turn the volume up on my iPad, but whatever. A two-faced liar, hater, faker, jealousier, gossiper is going through karma. With the spiritual warfare card, the description on the card is chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. And all that can resonate, obviously, but spiritual warfare can also be somebody that would go after someone else for their spirituality, someone that would go after someone else um, with like dark witchy like behavior. So like going after somebody's abundance, going after somebody's energy, okay, that kind of thing. Possibly if somebody wanted to be a copycat, they would go after pretty much everything about you, right? I consider that spiritual warfare. I don't know that I get that. I think this person is definitely going through an ego death, whoever they are. I think this was a person that thrived in chaos. I think they were going. Their life was going down, going through a downward spiral before they even realized their life was going through a downward spiral. Okay. I do believe that now they're probably going through some type of spiritual awakening. Again, everybody's always on their own timeline. It's, you know, everybody goes through it in a different way. So, like, you could start your spiritual journey and then, you know, backslide and then start again and then backslide, or maybe you just knock it out of the park. Healing, healing, healing. I'm not getting anything specifically in regards to that, just that they're probably in the middle of some type of awakening. Maybe they're just starting. Okay. I feel like this person really needs to focus on their health. That includes spiritual. When I say this person thrives on chaos, I mean they probably don't eat right. They probably don't really exercise. They probably, and don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. I just ate like an animal for the last like week because of my birthday, and I'm probably gonna be eating like an animal for this week because I have all these freaking leftovers. But and I like to get out and walk. I like to lift my weights. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. Back in the day, I used to run. My knees are kind of shot, so I don't run anymore, even though I loved it. They just don't, they don't even really care for themselves. You know what I mean? And that's not to say like they shower. I'm sure they shower. I'm sure they get dressed. You know, I'm sure, you know, they comb their hair. I'm sure they brush their teeth. But there's like basic care, and there's like, you know, like trimming your nails, painting your nails if you're a feminine, you know, shaving and keeping up with it, you know, especially if you like a clean shaven face, but every time you go out you have like a beard. Well, you're obviously not keeping up with your routine, right? Skincare regimens, you know, haircuts. It's funny because you can kind of see it, but I think it says happiness on there. I mean, I don't even know if this person is happy with themselves. You know what I mean? This person had options, or possibly still has options. Like I said, if they're just getting on their healing journey, like they might still be trying to extract themselves from certain situations. I feel like this person felt like they were under pressure to make choices in regards to these options. You were probably an option, possibly. Or you know this person and you know that this was their lifestyle. I feel like if this person was making a choice between options, they just like, I feel like they probably had at least one or more options. Like, come on, like, are we dating? Are we together? Are we in a commitment? Not, whatever, I feel like they left you hanging, okay? No closure, no contact, left. It's supposed to say left on red. It says left on read, but left on red. I feel like you got clarity on this person, their true colors, okay? You could have done this through your intuitiveness if you're tapped in. You could have just saw signs. You could have read something on a phone. You know what I mean? Like, you guys could have mutual friends, mutual like family members that are friends or something like that. Okay. I feel like part of this person's karma is money, bad credit, unemployed, debt. They might be going through one of those or all of those. Typically, the theory is that when somebody goes through karma, God affects their finances first. I'm not going to argue with that. I will say that I feel like God gives the karma back to people of the things that they projected onto others. So, for example, just an example, this is not part of the story, but just an example. Like, if this person cheated on you, okay? Well, that might be part of the story. I mean, who are we kidding with the options? All right. So, if this person cheated on you and they're getting karma, they might actually be with someone that they really liked, maybe were even in love with, had a commitment with, or they thought, and then they found out that that person was cheating on them. That's the karma coming back to them, right? They did that to you, so now it's going to happen to them. I'm a firm believer in that. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be that. If someone talks shit about you and then someone talks shit about them, that's karma. That's coming back to bite you in the ass. I also I also believe like when you do like little things, like I'm just going to say this. If you're a believer, if you're very spiritual, you believe in God, okay, you believe in karma and all those things. And let's say for example, like you say something about someone. You're like, "Oh, well, I bet Becky is sleeping with Paul." And you're gossiping, right? And like 2 minutes later, you like stub your toe, and you're like, like I almost broke my toe. That's a little bit of karma coming back to say, hey, don't talk about Becky and Todd. Mind your own business. And it's usually instantaneous. It's usually pretty quick. It's kind of like God, your ancestors, your angels, spirit guides, like giving you a little zing, like, hey, you know better. Mind your business. I believe in that too. With the pop the question, I have two theories on this, okay? One is this person, whoever they chose, they realized that they chose wrong. And maybe they didn't choose one person, maybe they just stuck with all the options. I don't know. Maybe they just felt under pressure to let you go. Maybe they knew you were more of a person that they should commit to, but they weren't ready for a commitment. So they just left you hanging, okay? With the pop the question, they could be wanting to come back and be like, hey, let's get into a commitment. Again, not necessarily marriage, but like an actual commitment. Like, I will commit to you. I won't cheat on you. There's no options. I'm ready for more. I think you're the one. I missed out on the chance with you. I really want a chance this time. Can we start over? Or technically, with the pop the question card, this is someone that when you met them, even though you may not have been in that place where you were ready for commitment, okay, you might have seen this person as marriageable material. Like, oh, okay, one day I could maybe see, making that commitment, getting married, whatever the case may be, whatever you resonate with there. It doesn't necessarily mean like you were in love with them right away, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it crossed your mind like, oh, this person might be good marriage material, or we could have a long-term commitment, Let's see if this person has anything to say, or if you have anything to say. Okay, so what's weird is there is a card in here that is facing up. And it's one of my favorite cards. I don't react when people mention you. I'm going to leave it on the table. It really is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I don't react when people mention you. I feel like I'm that way a lot too with certain situations. Like, people will mention other people and I'll be like, okay. Especially at work. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that person. Just being near you is intoxicating. I wish I had treated you better. Okay. One more shot. I'm going to do a video later, or maybe I'll do it right after this, and I'm just going to show you guys kind of my setup for my cards in my office and stuff. You don't have to watch it, but I'm gonna put it up there anyway, because I think my first video ever is me talking about my standards for reading and just showing my space, but it's changed a little bit. I went to the farmer's market with my friend today, and I spent $42 on more crystals. I got 2 mushrooms though, and they're really big. They're not the little tiny ones. I was excited. Birthday miracle. I love you. This person loves you. I don't know if that's a good thing, but they do. They do. Bottom of the deck, I will wait for a sign from you. I will wait for a sign from you. This is probably my least favorite card. It's just my opinion, but odds are if you're in my past, I consider you in my past. If you want to come back and try something, you're going to need to figure that all out on your own, because I am not going to give you a sign. And if you take something I say as a sign, I mean, that's fine. But I am not putting out deliberate signs for anybody from my past to come back now. If somebody from my past is watching me and is like, oh, they look really good now, I should go back and try again, they're going to have to do that on their own. Like, they're going to have to dig deep and find the cojones, because I'm not putting out signs. And if they think I am, then it's all in their head. Words to live by. Don't put off signs for past people. I feel like most of you wouldn't put off the sign either. You know, you probably just feel like, well, you did me wrong. Why would I reach out to you? That's not my. And that's true. Why would you reach out to this person? What do you care? You already probably healed from the situation and moved on. That was interesting. Hey, I think the neighbors are home. They have a lot of cars in their parking lot. Driveway, but it's like a parking lot. They have 2 lots. Let it be a mystery. Next couple of months. Let's do one more shuffle. Number 36 might be significant. The number 43 might be significant. Not in this lifetime. The number 10 might be significant. I feel like this is some of your responses to this person, to your person, okay? I don't like saying your person because you don't really want past people to be your person, but to this person, some of you, don't want them back. And that's totally up to you. If this person comes back and you don't want to have anything to do with them, you don't have to answer the door or reply to the text or answer the call. Just let it go. If you have something to say, then say it and say goodbye. I mean, I think if this person's coming in sometime within the next couple of months, I mean, that's a mystery. I mean, they could show up at any time. Whether they actually show up or they call or they text or whatever the case may be. I feel like for most of you, I feel like it probably doesn't matter. You probably don't really want this person back. And again, that's up to you. You're a grown-ass adult. You know what you want or don't want. You know what you're willing to put up with in a relationship or not. I always just suggest, following your intuition, trying not to take someone back from the past, unless you really absolutely get the thought that they've changed and grown. And I only say these things not to make you mad or feel bad, but because I just want the best for you. The more people that live in a higher vibe lifestyle, the more the world is going to be in a higher vibration. So it only benefits all of us when everyone is positive. Plus, I just don't want you to pick up on this person's karma. If this person is still going through karma, and depending on who else they, screwed over, they might have a lot of karmic debt, and you don't want to have to take that on. I'd probably be like, yeah, come back in like 3 years, then maybe you'll be done with your debt. I'm just kidding. No. I know some readers will say like, oh yeah, they're waiting to come in because, they're trying to get rid of their debt so they don't have to put that on you. I feel like most people would want to put that on you. If you're a really strong person that walked away, or even if they left you and you had to figure it out on your own, and you had to, get over the situation on your own, and you had to heal and all that, like that makes you a pretty strong person, especially when you have to deal with that multiple times in a lifetime. I just can only imagine that people would want to come back and be like, hey, take on this karma for me. You can handle it. Look at all the karma you handled before. I also feel like for some of you too, if this person comes back and you do decide to like at least chat with them, I feel like, and let it be a mystery, I feel like this person is not going to be, for some of you, they're not going to be completely honest about like what they went through, why they left you, all that kind of stuff. There might be some lies there. Um, I think just due to embarrassment, honestly. You know, like if they got involved with someone that, you know, leached off of them, or someone that was just nasty or mean, or, you know, like they just didn't see someone for who they really were right away. Or they saw them but they ignored it because, you know, whatever the reason. Like they just might not want you to think that they're an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes judgment calls that aren't necessarily kosher, right? But it's really about owning up to that. And I mean, that's a tower moment in and of itself, is owning up to your mistakes, things that you did that were not great, things that you might have gotten karma for, you know, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever the case may be, addictions, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody goes through that kind of stuff. It's about what you do after, you know? Like if this person was really serious about a commitment, nothing about them would be a mystery. They would tell you the truth about everything. And you would know, you would intuitively know what is true and what is not. I feel like there's a bunny or something out there hopping around. Alright, I think that's it. I'm not really getting anything else. Except for this. So I keep looking at this True Colors card, okay? I think that when this person left you hanging and left you on red, let you go, and whether they went to one option or they just stuck with all the other options, or even dropped those options and got new options, whatever the case may be, I feel like as soon as they let you go, I feel like they realized they made a mistake. Like they saw their own true colors. But I think they felt like, okay, well, I let them go. I'm starting this. I should finish it, right? Like the, you know, like this is what I committed myself to, so let me do this. When in fact, in reality, when you realize you made the mistake, you should stop, not do what you just committed yourself to, and backtrack. But this person didn't do that. It's almost like it's kind of just an example, a theory, you know, like they got into this commitment with someone else and thought, well, like I need to see this through for however long this lasts, and like a year later they're like, oh my god, is this still going on? Like I thought this would be over by now. And it's like, dude, if you want to end it, end it. If you knew you should have ended it at the beginning, then you should have ended it at the beginning. And that's what I mean by nothing should be a mystery, you know? And nothing should be a mystery for yourself. Like, don't lie to yourself about your own life, you know? Like, when you get gut feelings, when you get that intuitive cling in your head, you need to follow it. Mm. All right. that is it for sure. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I'm probably not doing any more reads tonight. I'm probably not posting to the community tab. I will be back on tomorrow after work with an oracle at the very least, maybe a tarot. If I feel called to in the mornings, I will do affirmations. If I don't feel it, I won't be doing it. Just an FYI. I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. I had such a great birthday. I was blessed this weekend. Blessed. Again, I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you have a good Monday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.